Welcome to VidCon number 1 from Roshan, Swap Viver, Japan. Shout out to some of the people spectating this season who I've played with before: Ano, Katie, um, Dave. We got Lauren, Jack, Garner, Ollie. Uh, I'm sure there's some others out there. Sorry if I missed you. Still got love for you. Anyways, here's kind of what's going on in the game right now. So, your boy is in the process of opening a restaurant right now. I know I don't look like it because I have like a fucking um, crazy beard thing going on, but in a week I will look presentable to be in front of people again because I'm in the process of a restaurant opening. So not a lot of free time, which means that when we marooned, I kind of just like laid in the shadows and let other people kind of do their thing. Not a big deal. I don't really feel like, yes, alliances get made on the first day. But I don't feel like the true alliances get made on the first day, really. And when everything's said and done, you can't build trust in one night. So, and with this format, I think that, there's a lot of it's going to be like, yes, we started on the same tribe together, and we do have like a really good thing going, this tribe. Like, I mean, we finished the challenge in first place, so that's good. And, I honestly, if I'm being honest, I was kind of the weak link on the tribe this time around. Again, not the worst thing in the world. One of my challenges in past seasons have been managing my threat level, so maybe it's good if I'm seen as the weak link for a little bit. I'd rather be that than the guy to get rid of because he's too good at this point. Because I can always turn that switch on, apparently, or sometimes I do without trying. I guess I don't really know. Whatever. Not gonna get sidetracked by that right now. So me and Michael kind of have like a little alliance thing going. Me and Jessa have talked the most. That's kind of my ride or die right now at this point. Kind of hoping she feels the same way. I guess it would be really shitty if I'm like, yeah, she's my ride or die. And she's like, yeah, no, actually, Dylan is. Sorry, buddy. That would not be fun. But I got a good feeling. I mean, me and Jessa, we kind of had a nice little chat yesterday. We had a nice little chat, beforehand too. So I'm not too concerned about her not feeling close to me right now. And then Dylan nicknamed him Snack King before merge. So yeah, how is that dude not on my side? I would be surprised if he wasn't. So there's EJ. EJ is in a different time zone. Everybody's kind of mentioning how they can't get a read on him or whatever. I don't really know. I think Dylan created the Fab Four alliance, so now I'm in alliance with Jessa and Michael and Dylan, which is cool. So yeah, EJ seems like something else. It's either him or me, though. Honestly, if I'm being real. So again, not the worst thing since we won. So whatever, doesn't really matter my tribe positioning. We're gonna swap next round anyways. But that being said, I think I am in a spot where if we were to stick it out with this tribe one more round and lose, I think I'm in a good enough spot where I could position myself to make it through at least one, if not even two more votes with this tribe that we have. So, and maybe even make a final two situation possibly as well. So, it's so far-fetched of an idea and thought since we're not even at a merge at all anyways. So it doesn't really matter, but anyways, yeah, that's just a highlight of kind of where I stand and where I'm seeing myself at this point in this game. But yeah, I'm loving everyone so far. Everyone's really cool. The more interesting notes are the Zach situation. So me and Zach played, and Grayson actually was in last org I played as well. So Grayson was on the other tribe. We just had one really brutal first challenge in that org, and he kind of carried the load for the other team. There was some joking back and forth between me and Grayson, and Spencer. Spencer was kind of a part of that too, and I think Zach was a part of that too, actually, ironically. Zach, I'll get to in a sec. But yeah, so Grayson got voted out pre-merge in that org. But from what I heard and from what I saw in the last org that Grayson played in, is he plays a really cutthroat and aggressive game. So you're either on his side or you're not on his side. And with these smaller tribes and just kind of knowing the history and knowing that he's seen me play before and he kind of knows what type of player I am, I would rather connect with him sooner rather than later. I have a feeling that he's probably going to be around for at least 3 or 4 votes. I mean, he does have a tendency to, potentially rub people the wrong way with his more chaotic style, but he's probably learned a lot in the last 2 times he's played. I mean, first time he went out like 16th, and last time he went out like 11th. So it's like at that rate, he's gonna go out like 6th or whatever this time, right? So yeah, he's someone who is on my radar, and I would rather work with him than against him for sure. And I have respect for his play style. He's got like a chaotic neutral play style kind of, which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun to have in the game, and it's weird. I kind of can see what I've seen from him has been pretty predictable. Granted, I'm not playing against him too, which does change dynamics. So it is what it is. But yeah, he's someone who I'd rather link up with and team up with than against. At least for now. I don't know. We'll see when we end up on the same tribe and what he's actually like, because I've never really dealt with him in game, and I've admittedly had very little conversation with him. I mean, I haven't had any conversation with him outside of the game, so I'm familiar with him. Zach, on the other hand, we have some history. We have history. That one's juicy. So last Survivor, I don't really like to do anything. Like I like to kind of play more of a loyal stick to people kind of game, and Zach's the same type, but he's the way he does it is different than me. Even though we're both kind of chaotic in our own ways as well. I was, especially the last time I played. I think I kind of learned and grew a lot from the last time I played. So, Zach is going to kind of either be I feel like he's going to be the tone setter for me this season in terms of the relationships he makes and kind of how he carries our relationship through. And if he makes the merge, are we going to team up or are we going to battle again? So what happened last time is he was part of this alliance that was on the other side. We started on the same tribe. He was part of this alliance that was on the other side of the tribe. I was part of the alliance that was on one side, but I was kind of like right in the middle. Like I was friends with people on both sides. And, the one side was pushing a name, and I woke up that morning. I was kind of feeling Zach out, and I said, "Hey, Zach, these are kind of the 2 names that are coming down the pipeline. I don't know how you feel about that, but like that's kind of what, at least from what I've heard, a majority of the tribe wants and is pushing for. And like, it's not necessarily my first 2 choices, but I don't want to rock the boat this early, so I figured we should just go with one of them." He immediately was like, "No, I don't like either of those names. Let's figure out a different option." And the option he threw out was the person who had been my ride, who was my ride or die, and will always be my ride or die. Shout out Lo, if you're watching this. But yeah, she Love Lo, the name he threw out was her. I was like, no, not gonna happen. So then we ended up battling hard. Spencer ended up being the one getting voted off. None of this probably matters to any of you, or like very few of you. I guess I'm just giving a long story for the sake of it, just to hear myself talk, supposedly. But yeah, so Spencer got voted out. Apparently, he was a really strong player. I really didn't know that until after he got voted out. But yeah, he was like, because of that vote, like it kind of affected the merge and like some other shit, and like it was a weird first vote out apparently for a tribe. So yeah, anyways, that's how that boiled down. That's how that broke out, and then Zach came. He actually came forward to me. He's like, "Hey, I feel like an idiot. Like, I should have just listened to you. Like, it seems like you have like more position than you want." And I was like, "No, was fighting for my number one." But so what I told him was, honestly, what you did is you showed how loyal you are. Like, I still think we should work together. Like, I'd rather us work together. And honestly, you just kind of made a target for both of us. So like, I feel like we need each other to work together too. And so, in my mind at that point, I did want to still work with him. And I still want to work with him in this game if that's a possibility. But then we swapped, and it was me, Lauren, who was my number one ally, and then another person who was an ally with us in that in that swap, and then Zach, and then it was three people from the other tribe. And we got there, and we were just like, Zach was like, hey, we should all stick together. And then he's like, my plan is I'm going to go tell the other tribe, like, that I'm on the outs with you guys. And then, like, well, then we can stick together and vote him out. And we were just kind of like, it feels like he's trying to play both sides. Apparently he wasn't. Apparently he actually did want to work with us. But it really kind of felt like he was trying to play both sides. So we just set it up to, like, he would be the first vote out there. And what really cemented it is I'd found out that he had been lying to me the whole time about, like, a few other things that he had told the tribe in earnest. And so yeah, that just kind of cemented it. I was like, yeah, I actually really like Zach. He's awesome. He's really fun to talk with. He's a goofy guy. Has a great sense of humor. He's probably going to be a great drinking buddy for me at some point. But yeah, at this point in our Survivor careers, we have not found out a way to work together solidly yet, even though I've always wanted to. So maybe this time it'll work out. But yeah, my hunch is telling me, just based on everything that's happened between us, that it won't. But I've been wrong before. And if he does end up wanting to work together, the door's still open on my side. It's going to be, especially for smaller tribes, a cutthroat game, and I don't want to scoff at any hand that's trying to help me get further, especially with the tribe sizes that they are now, and not really having any control over who's going to make the merge in this format. So yeah, I'd rather make friends rather than enemies right now. So that's kind of my goal. And yeah, so we'll see. Shout out to the homies. Thanks for watching this. And yeah, if I'm here for another day at least, so we'll see how far I make it. But yeah, love playing again, and I'm happy to be back on the Survivor Street. So shout out to all the hosts for doing such a fantastic job. Nothing but love for you all, and yeah, let's keep the party rolling. I'll probably be doing a few more of these, so maybe you'll get sick of my face in a little bit. Who knows? All right, later everyone. Bye.